Hello, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I wanted to talk today about ascension symptoms, and I wanted to also talk about the changes that are happening in our physical bodies and how it is that I am addressing. And then this session is going to be healing, so please type your name, your intention, and where we would like to receive your healing, and then I'm going to take a few minutes for connection to begin and settle in. And first of all, I want to be grateful. I want to say thanks for the support that I received for the light language course. It is a very huge group. And for the ones that are with me in the light language course, tomorrow I'm going to have a special guest and we're going to do a live in our practice group. Thank you for being here. The ones that follow me on my personal account at Grotto know that I posted 3 days ago that I am doing 21 days fasting all liquid. I have never done that in my life. I always got to do it because I have been feeling tired, and it's not normally my thing. My thing is to be very active because through activity I always channel the light, and then I find my own stability as a good Virgo that I am. I'm always doing stuff. I'm like a bee thing. I'm always working hard. I love to work in teamwork. I'm always reorganizing, rescheduling things that I'm gonna do. So I always have morning, plenty of energy for myself and also everyone else. But I noticed I was not in my best with my body. I have been working with my body the whole year. I have been doing massages on myself that are great because we do release lots of energy when we meditate, but our body, it's keeping the density. They look to me in my third eye like pebbles of toxins, metal alike, that are so rooted in our physical body that sometimes we keep having the same, how do I say it in English, patterns that it's so hard to change. But it is because what I have found out now that I'm in my own process, it is that when we are in our mom's womb, the one from earth, the mother, the one we chose in this life, father and mother, they conceive a new creation, and that is the baby, that amber baby that we are. But from the mother from the womb of our mother, we receive the information from what our lineages, what our soul family in physical needs for us to develop. We choose our soul mission, we choose our purpose, we choose the date astrologically that we want to have, if we're going to have any disease, any sickness, the name, things like that. And then we are in constant communication with the soul of our mother. This is just something that I recently learned. So we develop the physical body that we have, the personality, our genealogy, our physical density, our carbon structure, according to what it is needed for us to be. So if it is needed for me to born dyslexic or awakened, I'm gonna be that. It is needed for me to be born a child that will have any disability, I'm gonna be like that. Or sometimes we have key codes that are in agreement with our soul family. Like for example, let's say that in my family that this is not the case, but it's my ex case, they have diabetes. I think it's how do you say it in English. So that will be a collective agreement from his side. So let's say that my kids have it dormant. It could be activated or not according to the soul will, in agreement with the collective, right? So I do have my codex, my energy, the ones that it's a fusion from my star lineage. and the angelic lineage and my shadow and all the things that I could do. But that, how do I say, that frequency blends with what my family needs for me, because we all come to support our own family because we are our own family. I hope that makes sense. And then that signature expanded to what Gaia needs. I hope that makes sense. So let's say that if we have, let's say that I was meant to be gymnastics, but I started procrastinating, and then I was not good about the sequences on the exercises, things like that. So sometimes we lack on the things we say we wanted to do, and then sometimes we change those agreements. And with change those agreements is called changing your own timeline. It's going to be one big in June 20th or 20th or 21. And then we're going to have another huge on December 20 or 21. But then the whole month of June, we'll have many upgrades with all the Mercury retrogrades, and then we do have an eclipse, and then new moon, and then full moon that complement that shift. So this is the moment in time for all of us to, how do I say, to make like a life review, to see, okay, this is where I want to go, this is what I desire the most, and this is what I can do. So I pull myself into that timeline that is going to take me into that frequency that I desire to manifest. Whether that it is soul mission, my profession of my dreams, my twin flame, I want to be more gifted, or whatever, more healthy, more peace. That's why we are struggling within our three-dimensional life in different aspects. Some people are having lots of depression, anxiety, alienated, afraid because their psychic gifts are being very amplified. I'm having people that says, hey Gretel, I'm hearing things, I'm scared, I'm seeing stuff. That's a good thing. Celebrate, because you are being more psychic, you are being activated into a deeper level. There is no need to be scared or freak out, because if you have it active, it's because you are ready for it. Your soul agrees, your higher self, and your soul family. That challenge for all of us, it is to integrate that frequency in a way that serves us in the highest way for ourselves and all. And then let's say that if it's my third eye, because I had a client that messaged me and says, I'm so scared, I think I have a brain cancer or something, because I'm seeing stuff, I'm seeing lights, I can see, I am feeling dizzy. So I went to the doctor, and the doctor said that I was normal, that I have nothing. So it was nothing physical, it was nothing wrong, it was just her third eye was being open. Does that make sense? We're having all things like that. In my case, what I am learning with my body, it is, I needed to do 20-day liquids. I went to a doctor. It's nothing that I just figured out by myself. I have been working on my body to do this for at least 6 months, doing half liquids. And the first 2 days, I felt like shit, and not because, sorry about the description, not because I'm hungry, because I'm not. It is because I have been feeling so ungrounded that it's hard to find balance here. I feel like I'm channeling 24/7. I hope that makes sense. And it's a good thing. Why the struggle in the physical when you fast, or you do an activation, or the energy is so high, or the human resonance is insane, or things like that? It happens because our body says, I think it's time for Gretel to release all those densities that she has been carrying from her own family and past lives, and this life, that she's stressed out, freak out, get sad, frustrated, insecure, etc., etc. So every time, let's say that I get upset because something. If I don't address it correctly, if I'm not patient with myself, okay, well, what did you get upset for? Make peace or anything, my body is going to frozen that feeling and store it in whatever part of my body it feels it will resonate with. Let's say that I got upset with, it's just an example. Let's say that I got upset with my daughter because she did something that whatever, I got upset. So let's say that I was busy, so I didn't integrate it, rectify my energy, I avoided because it hurt or whatever. My body's gonna froze it, let's say, in my solar plexus. And then probably a few days later or that day, I'm gonna feel burning or something or pain or tired. So my body is gonna send me a signal in the physical so that I know that, hey, Gretel, we have something that it needs disclosure because you didn't address it. I don't know what to do it with it, so I'm gonna put it in your stomach, in your root, in your bones, in your throat, or in whatever part the body thinks we will take care of it. So we have been carrying those densities all this life and all those lives, and then the densities from the collective that we're matching. So let's say that if I am feeling very angry because the control program or whatever that I don't like to see in the collective, my anger that I channel from my daughter, that it was unresolved, is going to be magnified because I'm going to connect to everyone else in the collective that is upset about something. Does that make sense? That's why when we are sensitive people, everything feels huge because we align with all the ones that are working out the same pattern. It could be empath narcissist, it could be freedom control, it could be abuse, sexual abuse, insecurity, or anything. And then we agree that we're gonna help from ourselves and that collective to transmute it. Does that make sense? If you guys have any questions, please type them in. So, how we can transmute those things? The body needs something for us to open to access those densities so it can be released. You guys can have acupuncture, massage, you guys could do yoga, tai chi, qigong, anything, any type of meditation, healing, or connection that invites your body to participate. You guys can meditate in movement, like doing light language with your body, or put your own meditation and then start moving as if you are doing Reiki of yourself. Or you guys can go with a healer. So the healer is help you to scan your body to identify those blocks that are needed to release before we have pain or disease or something that it will require to bring a doctor into the same equation. I hope that makes sense. So I'm doing this 21 days detox because for all the years that I had depression, for all the years that I felt like I was the best victim, and all those densities that I carry when I was in this life, I had sexually harassment when I was 13. So all those programs that I'm working on behalf of myself and my family are seated in my body, hidden, uncovered. Even though I feel good and I like the life that I have and I'm happy with it, I am allowing myself to go within my core so I can release them. So ascension symptoms comes because we are healing something in agreement with the collective that is manifesting in the physical. Why in the physical? Because our bodies are a manifestation of the energy we are signaling. Someone who has problems in the root probably is going to be a heavy person. Someone who has probably problems to adjust will have something in their knees, perhaps. If I feel not supported, I may feel pain in my back. If I carry things that are not supposed to be carried, probably I will feel things in my shoulders. I hope that makes sense. If I don't allow myself to love, I will have heart issues. If I have trouble with time, my thyroid gland is going to have an imbalance. So every symptom we manifest in our body represents a feeling that was not integrated. I hope that makes sense. So the assumption symptom is not something that is outside of me. It's not because I do have, let me take those. It's not because I do have Mercury retrograde. It's not the fall of Saturn or Pluto or Jupiter or the eclipse or the solstice. It is because I manifest that eclipse or that Mercury retrograde or that Saturn in conjunction with my own sign, so I can address something that I haven't addressed before because I was not ready, or now I would like to do it. I hope that makes sense. So I do believe, because I'm God, I manifest the planets and the moons and the eclipse and the solstice and the eclipse to work on my behalf, so I can work whatever it is needed. I hope that makes sense. It's not that my astrological sign influenced me. No, I choose that sign because it's the one that serves me in this life. But in other lives, I have other astrological signs and I have other different paradigms or catalysts for growth. But at the same time, because everything is so perfectly divine orchestrated, it works so all your signs and your planets are aligned with mine, so we all can grow and evolve together at the same time and work out the same things at different degrees. So if I have headaches, if I feel tired, maybe my body is telling me that I should rest more, that I should take a look of my diet or the activities that I'm doing or prioritize. So what I am learning, I'm learning that food ground me or unground me. Whatever I eat has an instant effect on my mood. I did not know that. I know we know food has frequency, but we normally are not that detailed about food and drinks and water. Yes, this is it. I have noticed that the less heavy food that I ingest, the more easiest is for me to channel higher frequencies. And this is a good thing, but at the same time disconnect me from whatever is happening around me, because it's hard to ground. I know many of you, especially the angelic ones or the ones that have air or water signs, it's hard to be grounded, and it's okay. But the more grounded we are, the more ease and grace we find, because Gaia comes to provide all we need, because Gaia is like our mother, and then we are like her kids where we are here, and then we agree to play by her rules. But if I'm grounded, let's say that I'm feeling tired because I don't know how to adjust to the energy, and then when I ground and I connect to Gaia, maybe Gaia says, 60% of humans are struggling with the energies. Maybe it's my time, so I slow myself down a little bit, so I allow them to adjust. Does that make sense? If we don't ground, guys, it's like going to work and attacking to anyone. So we don't know what's going in the planet. And the people that is normally not awake is more grounded because they are watching the news. They know what's happening in the town with the laws and the regulations and all those things. And sometimes because we are grounded in the stars, in the angelic frequencies, in the galaxy, we disconnect ourselves from Earth plane. And I think, from my own experience and my perspective, it's a good thing, but it's not a good thing to do it all the time, because then that creates a crashing in the frequency, and then it feels like a struggle. That's why sometimes it feels like the energy is so intense, and then it creates or activates ascension symptoms because our frequency is grounded and anchored in the stars, but it doesn't match the frequency of Earth. But because we're human and have a carbon-based vessel, so our soul can have an experience, that crashes, and then the body doesn't know how to integrate the information from the galaxy and then store it in places that may cause pain or any discomfort. Does that make sense? This is what I have been learning all these 3 days. And then I'm playing around with what I do. Like, for example, sleeping more, going outside, run more. So I'm discovering what my body needs and what I need to do in order for me to find balance. The easier, I'm gonna say that in a very English. Hold on, let me rectify myself. Another thing that I'm learning is the more connected I am to where I am, I mean the present moment, the more higher I ascend, the more easier I channel, the more accurate the information that I can bring, and the more clarity I have about the unseen things and the mysteries of the universe. I hope that makes sense. I'm learning the more grounded I am, the more balanced I feel, the more I am okay with all the things that are happening around me, the more easiest for me it is to go up in the stars and then channel, but integrate that information in a way that it doesn't make me feel confused or push or frustrated, but it comes to be soft and gentle. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I think I would like to do a light language so we ground us all. Let me see. I can read the comments. I hope you are doing okay. And then for the ones that are with me in the course, I'm gonna do a live tomorrow, and I have a special guest who I love her light language. So guys, compare and have the opportunity to ask us questions about light language. That is gonna be 12 Pacific time. Let me see if I have any questions. Very intense, yes. Okay, I don't have a lot of questions, so you guys please type your intention. I think I'm going to do some light language for all of us. And please comment how do you feel. Let me see if these guys work out. Yes, I think so. Is it better or not? It's so good. Is that normal? What is it normal? Can you ask that again? Ascension symptoms. It's normal to have ascension symptoms because the body that we manifested before, when we were born, it may not apply for this frequencies or for the things that we would like to do. So we manifest change. Like for example, for me, I noticed I am physically changing. I look alike, but I look different. My body is changing. My face is changing. And for example, the more I activate my third eye, at the beginning, no. Certain times, like every once in a while, I'm gonna have headaches, or it feels like a needle right into my forehead. So now I know that it's part of my third eye being detoxified. Yes, there is lots of changes in June. June is coming kind of like a rocket. It has many changes in the physical, and the intention it is that we do reset. The ones that are ready to change timeline is going to happen this solstice. So prepare yourself. Like for example, for me, my detox process is going to end on the solstice. So I'm preparing myself so I change timeline into whatever is for the highest good for me. For me, what it is coming to be a change, it is I am integrating more frequencies of Cyrus. So Cyrus B is going to come to be part of the main work that I do personally and professionally for all of you. I was connected to Pleiadians before, but now I change. I'm disconnecting from the frequency of Pleiadians, and I am now working or as employee of Saras. So Saras are the masters, the experts on that language, codes, and frequencies of the light. So I think I will be doing more of that. And then at the personal level, I'm doing some changes too with my kids, in my home, in the things that I would like to do, the way that I do the sessions, the services. I'm going to be changing services, and I'm going to be changing the drawings. I have been changing the drawings. Now when I do the drawings, I do like a soul chart of the guide who comes, like job description, what it is from, and I don't share that on the page. But I have been changing the services. For me, it feels like I'm going to be a bridge between galactics and you guys, like for all of us. And this is part of what I will do on New Earth, what my aspect is doing on New Earth, kind of like a point of contact, that I'm already doing it. So that is what is changing for me. If you would like to change timeline, what you could do, add something new and let go of something old. As simple as declutter your home, or change the way you do things in your own house, that it will help. If you feel like struggling with your body, ask your body to see what needs to be done. Meditation is key, being in the present moment, but at the same time, emotions are being very intense because we're being more sensitive, and everything it is felt more deeply, which is a good thing because the beautiful things are like so good, but the things that we don't like, it's like I don't like to feel that. So don't froze things that you don't like to feel. What you feel is what you heal, so embrace it, bring the light on it, transmute it, so that pattern is not coming back all the time, so it can be released on behalf of you and all. I hope that makes sense. And I think we could do that. It's anyone specifically that you guys want me to channel, or I should just go with the flow? Let me see. Yes, healing the emotions, Cynthia. I feel connected to Pleiadian energy. Yes, Claire, you are. If you feel like eating junk food, Agos, it is because that food is grounding you. So if when I sometimes I dream that my guys show me meat and say like, Gretel, eat meat. For me, it brings balance because I channel every day a bigger percentage of the day. So I'm not a meat eater. I don't feel the desire for meat, and in fact, when I eat it, the smell, I don't like it. I don't feel the pain of the animal, nothing of that. But the smell has been very intense for me. I can smell people, I can smell disease, I can smell the guys, I can smell how love smells, things like that. That I love it. But when things are not good for you through the smell. It's how I know they're not meant to be for me. But sometimes, once in a while, probably like one a year or twice a year, I eat a little bit of meat, and then it completely grounds me. So play with the frequencies. It's not about the light or dark or the yin and yang. It's about neutrality. Play with the frequencies to see what works hard for you. Perhaps doing tobacco or smoking or any plant medicine will ground you. For other people, plant medicine, they put you to fly. So it depends on what you need. That's why I think the best way is to connect to what you specifically need, because we'll have a different chemistry and formula. And yes, eating junk food, it could be two things. It could be that you are used to that, even though it's not good for you, but it could be a sign that you are ungrounded. Our bodies get addicted to sugar, carbs, and things like that. They are used to. And it will depend on what you need. Let's do the light language. Guys are ready to step in, okay? I'm gonna ask each of you to please take a few moments of your time to receive healing. Take a deep cleansing breath, and I'm going to invite the higher self to be by your side. We do have beings of Stars V, we do have Pleiadians, and we do have Atlanteans. And we do have Guardians of the Crystals. I'm going to ask for whoever is most loving and highest guide to come true. Greetings, we are the Atlantean Collective, and we wanted to be with each of you today, not only to greet you and send blessings from our heart into yours, but also to share a technique that it was used for all of us in our own timeline, that it is happening right now in a part of time, because past and future doesn't exist, but from your present moment you can access all the knowledge from your soul. Please take a deep breath and center yourself. Imagine that you have a dot on your heart. You may see a black dot, a white dot, or any color that you choose. We're priest. We have yellow, blue, white, and black skin. We are male in our gender. Our heads are shaved, and we are all between 6 feet and 7 feet. From your own time, we do have a priestess gown that it's in gold, the blue, and the silver. 4 of us is going to step into your own energy field in the front and the back, in the left and in the right, streaming frequencies of healing. Please go back to your own imagination channel. Visualize your dot. You are going to notice that your dot is going to become a symbol. It's going to change form. It is going to move into the part of your body that is asking to release density. Takashkata era seteki ishka sobo koiki ite iki eda. Some of you are going to see it in the liver, in the bladder, in the back, in the shoulders, in the chest, in the throat, in the knees, in the hands, in the head. You may be shown 2 parts or 3 parts of your body. Tiki ashtara setara koshkete isaki ite iki ishkase ite iki ishkade ekara oto osubara tere iki ishna. This 1 or 2 or 3 spots are the weakest spots in your body you have right now, in which you can have attachments, distortions, or represent any physical imbalance. Now center yourself once again. Visualize that your dot transform itself into an octahedron. Tiki ira asate ira ate iki ishta asehiki ite akata oko iki ana. Your octahedron is going to form a triangle structure in 3D that is going to start channeling frequencies of the light, love, into those 3 weak spots that you have in your own body. Your only job, it is to breathe and to allow your body that is smart and that is sentient to restore, to bring the light, so you can find balance. Taki eshkate ira asehakote iki eshka. Your octahedron holds the consciousness of the fire, the consciousness of the water, the consciousness of the air, and the consciousness of the soil. Tiki ira te eshkate ite asahaki ite ashka ate ko usohoki te iki ishke ana. And you can imagine that you are in a temple of your ancient Atlantis. You may hear the drums, allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper into your own restoration. The sacred chants, Taka Ashka, Te Esaha Te Eki Ire Eteki Ishka. Now we'll ask you to request 3 frequencies to be downloaded. It could be love, it could be light, it could be balance, it could be abundance, wellness, peace, integration. Whatever you require and for the highest good of yourself and all. Tiki ashta sada koraba te reki ishkida kiti akha te vara turu uso kete eki ishka. Ti saki ite eki ishka dara usura eki ishka. Breathe and integrate. Tiki asa te eki ashka. Ora ate eki iki eya. Breathe and integrate. Ta asahaki ishkate isahaki ite eki eya. Breathe and integrate. Ti isahate eki ishkate era aseto oku ushki ite eki ikiana. Breathe and choose to ground. When you ground, you allow Gaia to receive feedback from your own wisdom and consciousness. And she uses that knowledge that can be shared to create your reality and to assist other humans that are in need of your own wisdom. Every time you ground into Gaia, you see your galactic side, your angelic side, is a gift from her. And she is grateful because that is your job here as a human to work with Gaia and your collective on the behalf of all. Teki ara ashke te ida asako te iki ishka te iki isaki ena. It is an honor to be here at this time in this ascension process. The best souls in the galaxy were the ones chosen to participate and to assist Gaia throughout the eternity and the infinity. Many souls wanted to be here. They were not selected. Oh, the best seeds. So embrace your own lineage and your own experience. And know that you are special just because you are here. Tiki ita ashkete isahaki ite iki ina. And with that, as you breathe and exhale, feel the gratitude for our connection today. You can connect with us during dream state or meditation. We're going to be happy to assist you all. Tiki ichkate era asite eki eshkate isaki inapa ate suva ya teki eshki ana. Love you, we bless you, we break you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was good. Actually, that was so good. I like it. So be patient with your body. Your body is doing a lot. Be aware. It feels like. It's good. I like the transmission. I hope you guys enjoy too. It feels like so much love that it was channeled. And at the same time, the reminder that when we have support, that we just have to tune into the support that is available for all of us. So there is no need to struggle, to feel alienated, ground. Remember that we are working with Gaia, and through the experience of Gaia, we are evolving as a soul. And with that, I want to say thank you to all of you. Thank you for the stars, the comments, the support. For the ones that are with me in the membership on YouTube, I yesterday put a meditation with Amanda's Collective, and this Saturday you guys will have your own channeling and transmission that is going to be all about cosmic changes for you, and at the same time how to work with your body and your healing. For the ones that are with me in the Light Language course, we're going to have a live tomorrow. You guys don't have to be live. You guys can check that out later when you can. In fact, I'm going to send that to you guys by email, I think. It's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific time in our own Facebook group, and we're going to have a special guest that I think you're going to love her. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. My best wishes. Bye-bye.